Alright, hello everybody, Vortielite here, and first of all I have to apologize for, well, what happened here. Basically due to a bit of a problem on the schedule on my end, I couldn't make it to the first half of the session. So a good portion of it wasn't recorded, but it was mostly combat, which I'm going to just summarize here. Essentially, we pick up right where we left off, with Berserker still attacking us. However, Marvin was able to use a second command spell to successfully somewhat restrain Berserker. However, right as it seems that this was winding down, we get attacked by a group of unknown Magi who managed to, well, toss a couple of lightning bolts our way. Thankfully, one of them was counterspelled by Caster, but the other one made it through and actually managed to harm some of us pretty badly. Thankfully, because of Ryder's temporary hit points that we gained towards the start of the combat, we weren't as damaged as we would have been otherwise. However, what did happen was that some of us managed to snap out of the frightening condition brought about by Berserker's frightful presence, and with this, one of the ones who were able to break out of the effect was Saber, who proceeded to just immediately decimate one of the Magi around. And I believe it's around that time where the recording actually picks back up. I do apologize for the inconvenience, but I am gonna link in the description below the recording from the point of view of Jericho, in case you guys want to see what I missed here. But without further ado, we'll continue right now.
And my turn.
Ending your turn.
Oh,
Are you back?
Yes, I am at my PC now. What's it called?
Okay, so take your turn.
Question, Marvin is down, right? Is that correct?
Yes. You need some medic.
What's it called? Damn. But we need Caster to start counterspelling stuff, because otherwise they're just gonna pelter us with shit.
If you get me up, I can counterspell.
I don't have a way to
wisdom
get
save.
you up, but I have a way to prevent you from being fucking killed, at least for the time being.
That's nice.
What's it
Quick question, do I add 1d4 to my wisdom save?
Yes, that's true.
Oh no, but I can't get closer to you because
I
I'm
made
frightened.
it.
Fuck.
It depends. Because this whole ring... let
No,
me
no,
see.
I need to actually go to touch you for this to work.
Oh, no, yeah, no, that doesn't work.
Fuck. Sorry, man. I can't actually help you.
Don't worry. Maybe Caster can.
Maybe Caster can. However, Leon is going to look over at this guy at 70 feet. I can't move closer. Fucking.
Once again...
I mean...
You can't
Yes, you can. Yeah,
This
so
way.
yeah, because since Heracles is what's it called? Also, Heracles is like 20 feet down. So I will say that you should be able to move across this platform.
Okay, so you know what? Fuck it. Let's do that. Bonus action: spring heal, spring step at the same time. Right here. As Leon just begins to run at this mage like the fucking cop from Cloudwind with Chance of Meatballs. He just begins to rush at him, and as he does that, I need that motherfucker. Looks like a Magi, right? Magi kind of weak, you know, constitutionally speaking. And I noticed that fucking expression sounded really weird. Point is, Sonic Pulse. I need him to make me a con save.
Alright. Damn!
Fuck! He has
Holy
a plus
shit.
2 to saves too.
Yeah, they have a +2. They could have, like, failed that.
What's it called? Damn. Well, at least now we know what their con save is. Again, the whole point of this character is to figure out all the saves for people to know what to use. So that's,
Just put this
yeah,
guy
exactly.
down.
Thank you for giving us.
There he is.
What's it called? Well, so yeah, Leon runs at him, and you see him manifest a sort of like thunderous pulse in his hand that he tosses at the guy. Sadly, that does jack shit. Do I have any? Well, that's my action, bonus action actually. I guess I have nothing else because I can't get close to mine. So I'll be EOT, and I'll roll you my wisdom save with my bless from charisma. Well, charisma rather. Yeah. Wasagi. No, I'm still frightened.
Okay. So you see, you all watch as kind of like Berserker breathes heavily as you see steam kind of like emanate off of him as his body seems to like convulse and change. As you watch as he seems to shrink
Right?
down.
Okay, How many times have I managed to fucking call what you were saying? Is
Caster. Well, don't worry. I've got this guy, Jay. And you're gonna walk up and let's do a 3rd level. Cure wounds. Thank
By
God
the
you
way,
guys
could I
have
just
number.
Thank
Can-
God indeed.
can I request that Ivan goes after Caster?
Why?
There's just something there's just something that I want to do because like there's 3 people who have the same initiative.
I mean, what's it called? I'm gonna let Marvin go first because obviously this is his berserker.
Yeah,
But-
fair enough.
Yeah. So, Caster is going to see that Saber has that guy. He's gonna go over here and just kind of like play Warden, trying to like counterspell as many things as possible. Marvin, you wake up. Caster like crouched over you. You wake up, having healing magic pumped into you. Rise and shine, dude.
Oh, I'm glad we have you on the board.
Glad to be here. All right, I'm going to stand over there. You might, I think your berserker's shrinking in the wash a bit.
That was not exactly what I expected to happen. But not unpredictable either.
Okay. I don't know what exactly you're planning, but whatever it is, if it's working, it's working.
It's working. Ish. So far it's working.
And, what are you gonna do? Oh yeah, Caster is going to point out, by the way, enemy Magi around.
Ah! That's my specialty. Marvin stands up. He looks at Berserker. And he just asks in Greek?
Greek.
Greek. I'm always confused with Greek or Greece.
Yeah.
But Greek, you're doing better?
You see his breathing sort of steady, and you kind of hear him just kind of like murmuring to himself in Greek. Remember the people I have met. I remember. I remember.
I'm sorry to take you through that pain. I will explain everything later. I'm just glad you're doing a bit better. For now, try to rest some more while we take care of these intruders.
He doesn't seem to acknowledge you right now, but you just kind of hear him. Megara, Thermachus, Creontiides, Dagon. I remember you. You see, he's still struggling to kind of make sense of what's going on, but you think he might be fine.
Alright. Let me see real quick. Yes! The dude that lightning bolt me. This
Yes.
dude. I want to attack him.
What are you with your deagle?
Yes. My
All right.
Gun.
They do count as a mage for this.
That's not within that range, so that's not helping.
20. That hits.
For 18
Ouch!
piercing.
That fucker's dead.
18. Yeah, you shoot. Tell me how you want to do this.
So, Marvin gets up. He looks at the guy. He's like, "You fucking shot me while I was doing my shit. Not cool, man. Now just lay to rest as you try to lay me to rest." And just shoots him. Try to go for the head.
Okay. So you got a... And, what do you mean Katya's token broke? As in, like, it's just not there?
It's not. Well, hold on. It's there on the map. It's not there on the journal or in the chat for whatever reason.
It's
right?
for me.
I mean,
So maybe
may,
that's...
It's working for me.
I may need to reload, but continue.
Maybe, yeah.
And to answer your Katya, it will be clear in a moment. I will be explaining it in character in a bit.
I mean, yeah, this is just me thinking to myself.
Hey.
Well, Marvin would turn around to this guy. He says, "You better spill out whatever you have for an information you gave up, or else you're neck."
Right. Roll me an intimidation with advantage. Nathan, what did you want to say?
Ivan is just definitely gonna relay what that's already been told to them to Marvin, but he's also gonna say, please don't kill the guy. We might need to. Like, you see that he seems a little bit like tired, or not just from like having to like try and like maintain that sort of like stoic persona. He just seems a little bit like tired from it. But he's like now he's like a little bit closer to how he usually is, and just says, "Please, just don't kill him. We might be able to interrogate him."
There are worse things than death, kids. Could I just jump over this water to here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Social battery, God.
And that's it.
Okay. So with so I'm going to say that with that 17, the mage actually does give up. And therefore we are out of initiative.
Hey.
I do need to
Oh?
have done this. I'm still afraid of him. You know.
Oh, polluted
No,
tongue.
I took the liberty of removing the frightened token from all of you. You. Oh yeah.
I was just to say, just out of curiosity, let me see what I would have gotten. No. Okay. Go ahead.
Right. So as you all kind of like gather, Saber kind of like restraining this guy by the arm, putting him in a hold. Ivan, with that really pretty good Arcana check, you know that the von Dietrich family, and I will type it in here.
He would relay this information to everybody, by the way.
Yeah. So the von Dietrich family is a very new family, a German one, who has been kind of like innovating in the art of creating homunculi, but also they also have like this sort of like secret magecraft art that you're not entirely sure. They keep it a very strong secret. And
They keep it under wraps, basically, with like the same secrecy that that most magus keep with their own like works and research.
Yeah. And as actually, Cass is probably going to have removed the moonbeam at this point. You all kind of gather around as still morphing. Berserker skin becomes fuller. His hair still long, but a bit more kept. As you see his face in his hands. Kind of
out of character, did you actually just fucking remove his goddamn madness enhancement?
Nathan. So as the steam kind of subsides, his transformation kind of complete. I apologize for my outburst. Thank you for aiding me. I believe that you are the one worthy to be my master.
Don't need to apologize, man. It was just unfortunate what I had to do. If someone is to blame, it's me for making you go through it. And before you introduce yourself, if you're willing, I'm giving you the nickname Clears. For now.
I understand. Therefore, would you like me to keep my identity under wraps?
Yes.
Very well. I must say that I am rather hazy. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you my class, nor my true capabilities. I was summoned as a berserker, but my spirit origin feels different.
So my planning was correct, after all. Marvin actually draws the sword on him. You know what I'm talking about, Jericho?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I believe this belongs to you. As he hands it over.
He kind of takes this sword. This golden, glistening sword. Well, it's not even glistening. It's very dirty. Rusted. It's an ancient sword. It's been restored slightly, but it's still like this thing belongs in a museum. But you see, as when it enters Kleos's hands, his hand tightens around it and looks up at the sky and the people, like the building around. I see. Master, you have chosen a wonderful place to summon me. He rises to his feet. He's still like a good 7'6", even taller than Ivan.
Yeah.
But he kind of like raises the sword up. The Parthenon, the temple to my patron goddess Athena, the one who has blessed me throughout my cursed life. I offer my services to you, my goddess, and offer this sword back to you, or else let it be returned to its former glory. As you feel magical energy kind of like spike up, as in a flash of light, it returns to a beautiful golden sheen. Those of you who know things about swords know that, like a silvered weapon, for example, would be like coated in it. Because obviously if you made like a full silver weapon, that'd be way too heavy. The weighting would be completely off. But you're convinced that this gladius that Kleos holds in his hands seems to be indeed made of solid gold. Kleos kind of like takes a few swings with it in the air.
Just asking, with what Ivan's heard so far of what, quote-unquote Berserker is saying, could I try and roll history to see if you would know who this is?
So, you know that he's Greek, and you know that he worships Athena. That doesn't really tell you anything. I'll say that you can still make a history check, it's just a very high DC. Because, a Greek hero who worships the god of war, that doesn't narrow it down at all.
Pessimist.
Yeah, you're not entirely sure.
What's it called? Actually, I remember a while back when we first walked in and Marvin was performing the ritual. Leon had casted detect magic through his mystical vision ability.
Yes.
Would if he was to do that again, to just do detect magic again, is there any change in the flow of mana around the quote-unquote berserker that was summoned?
So, I'll say that, like, with the detect magic originally, right? It's like there was an extremely powerful aura around him, chaotic, sparking everywhere. You can see that his magic signature is very strong. Perhaps almost the same amount of power that Berserker had, but just much more refined, much more stable. But it does not seem to have lowered his abilities any further.
Okay. Kind of, Leon. I imagine the way it looks like, I guess, visually, detect magic is like the magic circuits sort of like overlay, but it's kind of more like around his eyes than in his arms or legs or whatever.
Yeah.
What's it called? So he sees sort of like the change, I guess, and just kind of raises an eyebrow, and says, "Well, that certainly did something. Can't exactly describe it, but everything looks cleaner, different."
I will describe what I did, or what I tried. I just go on swimming. What I
Yep.
tried to do after we get back and don't have people listening into our conversations,
Mm.
looking over at the dude.
Actually, on that note, give me 1 second while I do something. While uh, hmm. While Leon sees what's it called? Jay begin to septai, well, the mage's hands together. I think Leon can do something to further make sure that this motherfucker ain't getting out of that anytime
yeah.
soon. Let me just make sure I'm reading this correctly. Okay, well, not sure if this would apply, but Leon would kind of like walk up, make sure to give Berserker a wide berth, just in case something happens. And what's it called? You walk up to the mage, or rather
So-
to the cord that Jay is is putting around his wrists.
I will
And
say,
yeah, go ahead.
before you're able to do anything, Jay and Leon, as you kind of like walk over to this mage, Saber doesn't seem to be like really affected by it, but I need both of you to make me a strength saving throw.
Ah!
Uh-oh.
We have the permanent D4. Yikes. Well, GG's.
Is that on all saves?
I believe.
It's all saves, yeah.
So yeah,
Damn.
it's as long as we can see your here rider. That is, really hard to not do that actually. So
So, so you, Jay, you feel like there's like a huge weight on your back. You feel like almost like a bit like sick, but you manage to shake it off. Kind of felt like a bit like vertigo. You, Leon, you are forced prone as you feel for some reason when you stepped within 5 feet of this mage, you are extremely weighed down by something to the point where you're like on your knees here.
fucking Leon just kind of fucking, I guess, eats shit, like falls prone. And for a moment, he's like, chaos, yeah. As he tries to kind of like get up, and
You okay there?
Can I
Did you
just
get
like
hurt during
try
the
and
fight?
pull him out of the area
He-
of effect?
he like as he's trying like either being pulled out or getting up on his own, he will say, this bloke has some form of mage curve around him to increase gravity.
Um. Just asking. Could Ivan actually pull Leon out of the area of effect?
You can just Leon can stand up. For the mechanical for in combat, you would make that strength save at the start of every turn while you're within 5 feet of them. However, I'm not going to make you do that. But yeah, like you managed to get yourself up, but it's just very, very oppressive.
Well, now I have to make doubly sure you ain't getting out of those restraints anytime soon. He is going to put his hands on the fucking cord that Jay used to tie this man's hands, and I'm gonna do something weird, using prestidigitation, but more specifically, the also Nathan typing. What's it called?
Sorry.
But doing more specifically using the effect of infinite variation to replicate the effect of another non-damaging cantrip. This is so fucking broken, man. I don't know why you allow me to take this ability. I'm going to, by means of casting prestidigitation, cast mending to further reinforce the fucking the
Holy
cord.
shit. Okay, well, you have to make me an Arcana check
yes,
first.
I have to make an Arcana
otherwise
check.
it fails.
Please, oh man, shit.
I'll say that like so, Jay, you managed to put the zip tie on, and you, Leon, you try to like reinforce it essentially. Um, it's shaky. It's a bit difficult. Uh, you've never had to work a zip tie on someone before, but and eventually your reinforcement instead just erupts into like a puff of harmless smoke.
Like, just the fucking major fizzles out in his hand, and he's like, shite. It was embarrassing. Not quite what I intended it to do. Well, whatever. If we can't exactly reinforce this, I'm just going to have to make sure that you ain't doing anything too crazy. I'm going to be constantly casting True Strike on him through this if it works, just in case. Again, not a
Yeah.
damaging cantrip, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Has anyone lifted the hood off of this dude?
No one has.
Let me do that.
All right. You just
Does
kind of like
he?
force the hood off. Yeah. So kind of like speaks in common.
Common
Speaks
English.
English. Allow me to speak the universal tongue, English. Kind of says, I'm not gonna tell you how the Dietrich family magecraft works. You know as well as I do that that's paramount to suicide.
And you know as well as I do that not telling is paramount suicide.
So, I have no motivation to tell you anything, do I?
If you do tell, I let you leave. Give us the information you want. I don't care what you do with the rest of your pathetic life.
And the family will have my head, or worse, cast me out.
You
Yeah, I
can
don't think
try
so.
and you can try and run from them. I can even give you some places to run to.
You don't get it. I thought that you would. I need to be part of this family because I'm loyal to them. If I'm cast out, well, I'm probably just gonna off myself anyways. And Jay fucking smacks him upside the head. I'll say that like with the hood pulled up, this guy's kind of just like a generic looking guy. Like just short black hair, has like a sort of like face mask over his face, but he's just got like he looks like a very normal guy. And but yeah, like bit of trouble attacking federal employee, several GNIPA violations. So, like he just kind of says, "Well, I'm not gonna tell you the Dietrich family magecraft, but might be persuaded to tell you other things."
Can
Yeah.
Ivan just quickly tap Marvin on the shoulder and just say, hey, he's just gonna, I just need to get into character real fast. Hey, I don't think that's the correct question to ask. I think what's more important at the moment, because he's probably unwilling to, like let any loose any important details. We should probably be more concerned if he has compatriots nearby, or whether, or just to know who sent him and why.
We can either take this guy out, or we can take him to Katya. Take him prisoner there.
Fly back all the way there. I think that might be more trouble than it's worth.
Ivan is gonna shake his head and just say, that's probably not the best idea. If they figure out the location somehow through some means, then we would then not only us, but the people back at base would also be in danger.
Well, now you just kind of gave away that Galdia is a place and a base. But suppose that's fine. Uh,
I know what Chaldea is, you daft idiots.
oh, well, truly, cause I'm not sure about you, but I don't think it was particularly smart to come and jump us all when we all have our servants. Are you sure you're not the idiot, mate?
Everyone knows that if you take out the master, the servant goes with them. We were close too.
Sure.
Actually, that's not completely correct.
That dude is far harder to take out than you might believe.
Speaking of which,
Ivor just like turns around, just like he's been unhurt the entire fight. It's just like, all right.
was
By the way, Jericho, did you read what I sent?
Yeah, I'll say that, like... yeah, I'll say that you're able to, like, kind of, like, hold his fingers in place. But, kind of, like, looks at you, Jay. Name's Mark Schiebel von Dietrich. My rank? Well, I guess I'm just a... part of the minor branch of a minor family. I don't know what you want with identification.
Another bloke who got caught up in trying to elevate the family name, I see. You're a
Elevate
victim
the
and
family name? Hardly. I was under orders, by... well... someone that I trust.
So, you got caught up into all of this, same as we did. But you picked a hell of a time to start attacking us. Well, and hold on, did we already ask who sent him? Or who was the person?
You haven't, no.
Leon is going to be like, so, let's get down to business, shall we? Who sent you? Who's the person that we should be watching out for, who's pulling all the strings here?
What are you gonna give me if I tell you?
Well, your life for once. Well, perhaps we could also, pretend, I don't know, that we didn't find you here. Not sure if you picked up on, what my, pals here were saying, but we kinda come from a very important place. We can just tell the place that you weren't here, but the other blokes were. I should keep you off their radar, shouldn't it? Otherwise, you might be getting hunted down for the rest of your life.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Could I try to use infinite variation to cast guidance on myself with prestidigitation?
You can try, yeah. You can try.
No one man should have all that power.
Does he has advantage? Situation.
That won't be enough to. Well, I won't get guidance, but if
Yeah. I'll say that you can. I'll say that, like, you can have advantage. Given, yeah. To be fair, you're putting out a pretty good deal.
I just want to chamber my rifle as he's persuading.
Yeah, I'll say that's the help action, Katya.
So that's a
Kinda
19.
like looks around. His eyes are kind of like narrowing, looking at all of you. Also the servants. Says, all right. Okay. Person I sent you is, well, one of the 5 heirs of the Dietrich family. Name's Catherine von Dietrich.
That sounds like a name and a half.
Put that there.
Oh, you couldn't even spell it the regular way Catherine is spelled. They had to go the extra mile.
Ivan is just going to quickly ask before, just to make sure. Are they one of the masters in this Grail War? He says it with a lot more stuttering. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to.
Yeah, kind of like says, well, I'd be surprised if I'd be surprised if she didn't try to enter. By now she's probably summoned her servant, but... Well, I suppose you'll be finding that out, considering your mission.
Is he referring to Ivan in particular, or everybody?
Everyone, yeah.
Okay.
Don't suppose she can cut some slack to us? Knowing that some of us are not quite familiar with the ins and outs of all of this as others.
Well, if you agree to leave the Grail War alone and just let it happen, sure.
Can't really do that, mate. We're all here in this for our own reasons.
Then I'm sure that with your own since you're acknowledging that you're here for your own reasons, I'm sure that you can understand that she has her own reasons to want to continue this war. It's nothing anything personal. It's just, well, it's only natural that you'd be enemies if you're on the opposite sides of a conflict.
Well, maybe. But maybe if she would have started to try, talking things out instead of sending lackeys after us, maybe we could have reached a better understanding.
Maybe that's true. She's the type of person to come to a conclusion and do everything to reach that conclusion, I suppose.
Oh, boy, that sounds familiar. Let's say that they picked quite a hell of a time to start interfering. Now, he kind of stops leaning. He was kind of crouching down to be at level with the guy. When he kind of stands back up and says, "Well, I'm not sure about the rest of you, but I think I got all the questions out that I needed. We've become the target of a minor Magi family. Ooh, I guess
Ivan
for the course.
Ivan is just gonna sort of sigh, just kneel down very quickly, and just quickly he looks the Magus in the eye and just says just very slowly, just to make sure he doesn't stumble over his own words, trying his best to just get through this already. He just said, because this is a very important question to ask. He says, "What do you know about the other masters? I see the reason why you would be willing to protect your own master, but it probably would be beneficial for your family if we were to figure out more about the other masters and possibly take one or more of them out."
All right. You're not wrong. I'm not going to give you any information on Catherine's magecraft, but I can roll a history check. Pretty good. I'm going to say, well, believe it or not, a bunch of them aren't even mages. But the group that organized this whole thing, they're all in this. They're all in on it. They've all agreed to have a good old-fashioned death match with each other. No strings attached, just a fight for the Holy Grail. Some of them are mages. I think one of them's pretty ancient. but
At the mention of ancient, he just tilts his head and just goes, "What do you mean by that?"
well, I don't know if their magecraft is just really old and they're good at using it, or have been around for a long time. But there's while most people seem to be new bloods, she's a bit more experienced than everyone else.
Got a
Ivan
name?
gets a slightly bad feeling about this.
Nope, I don't got a name for you. I'll tell you that I'm just going off of first impressions. See, the seven of them were pretty close with each other, but you know, what's a goon like me doing around them, right?
How exactly did you manage to find us?
Well, we we just got the orders to go here. I'll say that much. But if you want my guess, they probably tracked your jet.
But still, to react this fast.
Oh well, this Holy Grail War is supposed to take place all over the world, so we've got members of the family all over the world, different countries. It just so happened that we lucked out and predicted that maybe one person wanted to summon a Grecian hero.
Leon will turn to Marvin, to Jay, to Ivan, to Katya, to everybody, and just be like, you all don't suppose that they have someone on the inside to be giving away our position?
I wouldn't think so.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Okay, I'm getting two different opinions there. some one of you says that it's not likely. One of you says it's very likely. I'm no offense, Marvin,
Ivan's just
but
gonna
I'm
say.
hold on, Ethan.
Sorry.
I'm no offense, Marvin, but I'm more inclined to believe the opinion of someone who's actually working with Katya. But
Again, I'm not the best judge of character. I've been working there for quite a while, so maybe I'm just used to everyone.
Okay, well now I retract that statement. I guess we don't know is gonna be the answer.
I don't suspect anyone, at least. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nathan?
Yeah, go ahead. Nathan.
Ivan just says, "As I agree with you. Just like, fucking, give me a second. I need to get into character real fast." Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. I'm sorry. I believe that. It's most likely that we can't assume anything as of the moment. We should. We should probably try and see if we can have somebody else look around to make sure.
Listen,
Or,
I'm not. Oh, sorry, continue.
I could make a few phone calls. I might be able to get a few people able to collect some information.
How good are they at hiding their self and info? Because if they get caught, it only makes it that much harder.
Ivan just looks at him and just says, "I'm very sure other members of the Krov family have been at this for a lot longer than I have."
Well, at least until you can get in contact with them, I suppose we won't know.
Anyway.
Now, as for our friend here, looking at the Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, he is going to be like, what should we do with him? Do we just let him go?
As
Before-
you say that, Ivan, you hear, telepathy again from Archer. Master, I don't sense them, but I see hostiles coming in.
Fuck.
We have hostiles coming in. We should probably get out of here before or they arrive.
So
How
what's our
many?
He's going to relay Marvin's message through to Archer.
I'm not sure, but I see 3 cars. They seem to be flaring with a blue light.
3 cars off. 3 cars. That's all we know. It's probably best that we just leave him here, and not risk anything.
Do you mention the blue lights or not?
He forgets in the moment, and then he just goes,
Mm.
"Oh right, the cars are also setting off some blue lights."
No.
You mean the police?
I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Well, I suppose we did cause quite a bit of a ruckus here. It's probably about time that we get out of here. What's it called? He's gonna turn to Ryder, who's looking pretty fucked up. He's gonna say, Ryder, go spirit form, would ya? You're not particularly looking the best shapes right now.
A correction to you, dear master. No matter what, if I am bloodied in battle, I am always looking resplendent. But I take your meaning. Shh.
He's gonna then turn to the rest and say, it's about time we, as the Americans say, skedaddle.
So the answer is still not given. Do we let him run at the moment?
Just leave him here
He
for
does-
the cops.
He's
go
seen
ahead.
all of our servants now.
And
Could be a threat.
some of you guys called your servants by name.
Yeah, you could kill me. It could be fun for you, I guess.
Oh, I don't mind really for the killing. In fact, Cleos, could you help me up there for a moment?
Which, what are you asking, master?
You could either throw me or jump up there.
Sorry, I zoomed in too far.
Oh, do the
yeah.
guy I just killed.
Yeah, he'll just like lift you up and just boom,
Yeah.
like leap up.
For everyone who looks at Marvin, it seems as if he makes a picture of the guy he just killed.
And
He seems to be saying something in a language no one can understand. And, or at least I presume no one here speaks Dutch.
and as you're doing so, you see a flash of light in your face, and you kind of hear, "You step away from the dead man!" As they yell this in Greece, so Greek, so no one else really understands them, but you kind of get the meaning, as the cops are here.
Leon already knew this was gonna fucking happen, so he's already casting Spring Hills and Quick Step on himself and being like,
All of you, hands in your head.
no comprendo. What's it called? No. Liam will just. Actually, he might actually just say that in Spanish. He'll be like, Lo siento, no entiendo. And he's going to start booking it with sprinkle and quick stuff. What's it called?
Yeah. Marvin just says to the guy, "Listen, I don't care much about killing you guys. It's not as if you get enough information of me anyway. I hope that you get a better view at things, and that you don't show your face around. Would be sad if I have to kill more people without any true reason to."
Is that what you're saying to the cops?
No, to this guy, to
Okay,
the hooded guy in German.
Yeah, I thought so. They all kind of like, yeah. Actually, yeah. Okay, so Ivan just kind of like, you can Misty Step, move your token wherever.
Ooh,
Leon, you can run.
I was trying to use as little mage as possible.
He's
because
gonna.
these are
Ivan
Mondays.
is going to like fuck off out of sight, out of mind.
So,
Leo seems you're faster. Could
I'm-
you get me out of here?
so before all this, we're gonna roll a quick initiative.
Ivan's in the bushes.
What's it called?
Ah!
I'm trying. Fucking what's it called? Leon is trying to use as little magecraft as possible in front of the cops because how do we explain this? He doesn't want the Mage Association to hop in on everyone's asses about this. So he would suggest to everybody to attempt to escape using as little magecraft as possible.
That's given. You know that, right?
I mean, yeah, I'm just looking at Ivan, who was very liberal with the use of Misty Step in the previous fight.
So, but yeah, like you know, Jay, you showing their military ID. Here's the thing. You would have noticed that, like, you know, one of them would like have like start to like send like, you know, this one guy like, you know, towards you. You know, like they're kind of confused. They're not entirely sure what's going on. So this guy was you know, started like being sent towards, and kind of notices that it's a badge. Like, you know, like was gonna like call back like, hold on, I think these guys are foreign. Like I think these guys are foreign forces, and then Ivan Misty stepped.
Wait, no.
Leo-
Okay, see that's the thing. I asked that before thinking that they wouldn't see me. If this was the situation, sorry, is it?
You
like,
didn't put them on
seeing
the map, to be
like
fair.
depending on the situation, and could I actually undo that? Because like generally it feels it like he would have escaped it's like the moment he heard them coming over the horizon if he didn't know that they were there, if he didn't know that they could see him, but seeing as he's already in line of sight, I don't think he would.
Okay, sure. You know, next time make sure. Like, I'll do it this time, but next time make sure that you don't miss these.
I asked you that question way earlier.
Well, no, but here's the thing. They were at the door. You're in the middle of the room.
Oh, yeah, no, I forgot. I
Like,
just has his hands up then.
you know, pay attention to your tokens. But so yeah, this guy like, you know, starts to approach, still like gun drawn, and asks, you know, kind of like, you know, calling back, does anyone here know English?
Actually, Marvin calls to him. I could translate for you.
Kind of like nods and says, like, come over. So Jay, you say this is a matter of internal security. It's a matter with NATO. The cop kinda narrows his eyes, looks at the dude with the bright red coat, the hooded guy, the lady in armor, this girl with like a red hoodie and a sniper rifle. To be fair, Leon, looks fine.
The translating cosplayer.
The translating cosplayer. Like,
Wait,
kind of
didn't you say last session that he was in like normal clothes?
yeah, you said he was in normal clothes because
Oh yeah, we changed clothes.
yeah. But yeah, so like kind of like and on like Leon, I was gonna say Leon looks fine. He kind of does look like a just like a civvy really.
Yeah,
Like,
like gray
the-
shirt, black jacket, jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he looks as probably the most normal out of everybody.
Yeah, I'm not even going to let you roll a deception because this guy doesn't believe you. He's like, okay, you got a badge and everything, but what are you talking about? This clearly isn't an official assignment.
Marvin does translate everything to Jay.
This unfortunately is above both of our pay grades. And it says, what, so fucking red guy? Knight in shining armor? Above our pay grades? Can you explain that at least? And kind of signals like the rest of the cops to like come over. Make sure it's safe.
Leon is kind of already shifting his eyes like, guys, we can't. I don't think we can talk our way out of this. We might need to run.
Yep, I'm ready to run, and I'm telling Saber that as well, telepathically. We should get out of here. We can spare the dude for now, I guess.
I'll let the cops deal with him. We need to get the fuck out of here. But he will
Wait, do the cops have guns?
He will wait for.
Cops have guns, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, fucking the Greek cops are allowed to carry firearms.
They are, yeah. I check that before.
Are they
I
allowed
think
to
that
shoot
before making
it?
these
Because, for example, the Dutch cops do carry firearms, but as soon as they shoot it, they're fired.
Well, I guess it'll
That's
depend.
really upsetting.
It
guess-
is.
It'll depend on if they believe the use of force is necessary in this situation if we were to run away.
Yeah.
What's it called?
So
There's like 3 dead bodies.
there are 3 dead bodies. Yeah. So I'll let Jay type that out. I'll be right back.
All right.
I will also be a
Long story short, mercenaries dealing with matters require top secret clearance. What type of mercenaries would be wearing dress armor, and a weird ass like fucking Dante cosplay, like.
I like how you said that, but it's actually it's not meant to look like Dante's fucking coat.
Like, I don't know, Bard. I don't think our story is gonna hold up to this, guys. Welcome to my world.
No, with the Dutch police, it's really stupid because they have a gun and they are allowed to shoot it under the right force. But it's so highly it's so like, weird with when the force is justified that it's almost never justified force.
Okay, I'm back.
So that's a really weird way of doing that with the Dutch police, and I hate it.
Alright, I'm back. And the police officer, he's a mercenaries dealing with matters that require top secret clearance. This guy's gonna, like, kind of just stare at you. He's not going, like, he's not gonna say it, but he thinks that you're stupid. And says, I'm sorry, sir, but, if you are doing what you're saying you're doing, I'm sure that we'll be able to get this sorted out really quickly. But for now, I'm going to have you and your friends walk to the station with me.
Yeah, Marvin does reply that to everyone, and it's like, you know, guys, talking doesn't seem to work that greatly.
Katya is slowly reaching for the flashbang.
Telepathically, I'm just telling Saber to be ready to cover me from the gunfire as we're both running away.
Okay,
He's more bulletproof than me.
So what's the call here? Please let us handle things on our end. I'm gonna have to. You can make me a persuasion with disadvantage.
I don't
I'll be
think
honest, I'll just run.
I don't think there anything the rest of us can say will even help negate that disadvantage.
Oh, you're gonna cast friends? Alright, you can
They're
cast friends.
fucking- they can't speak English either. So
Yeah, no,
so they
alright.
wouldn't understand shit.
Wait,
Marvin's the only one who can really talk.
Does French
Yeah, you can use friends.
require the target to know language?
Friends.
To share a language?
Actually, good question. I don't think it does.
Good thing
actually.
I have the. I think good thing I have the fucking page with all the cantrips up. What's it
Yeah.
called?
Yeah, no, it's fine actually. Yeah, friends works. So, let me for the duration. Oh shit, there isn't any save for this. Okay.
For
Oh yeah.
wondering about my languages, here you
Yeah.
go.
So, give me a straight roll. For that.
I only have 3 languages.
In real life, I can only speak the first 2, slightly understand the third, and that's it.
Yeah. All right, give me a persuasion straight roll. 18. Oh, that's a good roll. The police officer is going to look at you and listen. All right, man. Out of respect for you and your badge, I'll tell my guys to back off. But please come down to the station at some point to verify all of this.
At some point. Sure, we'll definitely do it. You psych.
Yeah, everyone crosses the fingers. Sure.
Oh, just to want to review your station, I can give you my chain of command number. Damn.
Yeah. So, you know, that's kind of like that's done. You give him your chain of command number, and congrats. Actually, you managed to evade the cops. which is always a lawful good action.
I was
Gee,
really
how the
close.
hell did he do that?
I was really close to making a really bad joke towards the start of that engagement. Fucking.
I mean, hey, we're not in America. But yeah, like, Katya just goes, Jay, how did you do that?
Alright, so now we have free reign.
Well, not exactly. We just won't. They just won't arrest us. I don't think they gave us free reign.
No. You see, Marvin be like, the question still stands. Do we let him run?
Well, you better make your decision quick, otherwise, who knows what else might show up.
Listen, again, I don't want to kill you. It's just... It's their choice. I honestly don't think you have enough on me to even make a case for your higher-ups. Let alone that you have a lot on clears. Isn't that right, clears?
He's obviously he's like, you managed to get down on your own. He's been hiding behind the statue actually, from the cops. Kind of just like gives you a thumbs up.
Ivan's just gonna turn to the group and say, I would rather not kill him, but I would prefer if he were alive. I'd prefer if he were alive. If at the end of this, there's no reason to have any unnecessary deaths at this point.
Gotcha.
Alright, you're free to go.
Smitty.
Please don't try and pull a fast one on us.
Kind of says, Alright, well, didn't expect you to, actually let me go. I guess... None of you are Clock Tower Magi, are you?
Ivan shakes his head.
I work for my own. Whoever pays is... whoever gets to decide.
Well, whatever. I'm not gonna complain. He kind of like he puts his hands up and like slowly rises, just to be like, yeah, I'm not gonna do anything. Going, Katya?
If we cross paths again and you fire one of those lightning bolt thingies, just aim slightly to the left next time. Not dead center. I'd appreciate it.
Before you go off, Marvin puts his hands on his shoulder. When he gets beside him, he getting closer. He's like, just let your boss know. My name's Marvin McRemitz. If he wants a fight, he can have one. If he wants to talk, I'm always willing to talk it out. Just so that you guys know, I don't care who gets the grill, as long as I get paid enough.
Kind of putting his hood back on. I'll deliver the message.
Ivan's just gonna walk up.
I was just gonna say, not that she will actually get the grail.
I mean, Marvin was whispering this.
Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't
To the guy.
No, it was whispering or saying it loud. Go ahead.
Ivan just sort of like fishes through his pockets and just like hands him like a $20 bill. Just goes, "This is for the cab ride."
In a country that uses a different currency.
You just had to like again. You hand him. He looks at you like you're stupid, and just walks off.
He's not sure what to do at this point. I'm saying dollars because that's what our currency is in. Like, you know.
Yeah,
in-
I mean, it's not like. Here's the thing. You didn't tell me that you were gonna exchange your money before coming here. I mean, it's not like you're going to be here for that long anyway.
I mean, I presumed
Credit cards exist.
Yeah. we have like credit or debit cards, so
Yeah.
that our money gets automatically transferred.
Yeah. Though, to be fair, Ivan being the fucking mage that he is, probably does just carry cash.
Well, now that that's all sorted, I say we get out of here and back to the plane. What is our next stop anyway? Go ahead.
Our next destination could be. What is closer, actually? My geographic is not that good.
Yeah, so I'll write down here.
USA, Philippines, Russia, UK, but I don't know what's closest.
I guess
the UK is closer.
I guess the UK would be closer.
In that case, Marvin would say, I guess the UK.
Oh, shit. All right.
If we
yes.
are going to the UK, there is actually a place. We could stop off at my manor if you want.
Yes, we're going to Mage
Oh, you got a
Association
mana
Central.
there.
Go ahead.
I wouldn't mind staying at a manor.
Our destination is World's End.
Cornwall.
Fuck.
World's End, Cornwall. How far is that from where Ivan is?
Where are you?
Where is Ivan?
Uh,
Like where you're like, I swear you're like Bristol.
I mentioned it last time. Let me see. Map of UK.
Also, is it Land's End? Or am I mistaking it for a different place?
It might. I think it's Land's End. Yeah, I think it's Land's End.
The tip of the thingy.
I just typed what I heard, so then it was bespoken.
No, I
I can't remember, so I'm just gonna put him in like either like I don't know, fucking Bristol. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're in Bristol. I remember you saying Bristol.
That's like a 2-3 hour drive.
Yeah.
Hmm.
In that
Yeah.
case, Marvin would walk out and he's like, Cleos, could you go spirit form for now? It's a bit handier.
I need you. Actually, mine. I want you to roll me a charisma check.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Yes.
Yippee!
Cleos kind of like nods and says, "Very well," and doesn't turn into spirit form. He looks down and says, "My apologies. I suppose my altered form in this manifestation might have come with a few side effects. It is okay. I am used to sneaking through the shadows."
Ivan just like looks at this like guy whose entire chest is just like revealed. Just like looks at him like just asking. I know Ivan's a little bit like thinner, but like they're about the same height. So, would his like outer coat roughly fit him?
Yeah, I'd say so. He's only like 3 or 4 inches taller than you.
Yeah, Ivan is just going to remove the red coat, and he's just gonna hand it to him and just to Leos and just say, um, it might be a little odd for people here seeing you shirtless. It might be for the best if you put this on until then. Underneath, he has a very plain white shirt. It's a nice looking dress shirt, that's for sure. The red tie, it looks quite nice, but it is just a very normal shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of nods and says, "Very well. I thank you for this, and I will return it in kind soon." And yeah, he stealths away. For a gigantic guy who was just causing earthquakes with his footsteps, surprisingly nimble. You managed to lose track of him. Let me see Saber's passive percent. Okay, so Saber can see where he is. But yeah.
Yeah, the next roleplay I want to do is on the ship or on the jet.
On the ship.
I'm so
Welcome-
used to
Welcome to
sailors.
Odyssey of Dragon Lords.
Yeah.
So you all managed to make it to the jet.
I don't. Actually, never mind.
No, go on.
I was just gonna ask, are there any clothes stores open at that time?
Yeah. So at this point it's evening. Let me see. When do stores close in Greece? That's a weird question, but
I guess it'll depend on the type of store, right? If it's
yeah,
like a
I guess
department
because
store.
yeah, I know clothes stores in yeah, I know clothes stores kind of close at a bit of a early time in general, regardless of country. Yeah, I think because I haven't been to Athens, but I've been to Greece, and yeah, they close at 8 p.m. around. So
Hmm.
yeah, I'll say that at this point in the night, no, unfortunately the clothes stores are closed. Could steal some clothes if you want.
No.
So you kind of manage to make your way to the plane. You stay there for a while in order to refuel. But Troy actually says to you guys, by the way, while you guys were gone, got another message. They left us with a little map. Here, I can play it to you. Well, rather, I can show it to you on the Mystic Code. And when he does so, it creates this map of this spherical 3D map of the entire world with nodes that you can tap on. And let's see. Which one?
Ivan is first going to tap on the one in the UK because he wants to just quickly check something. Does it include any information about the master there, or
So, roll 1d5.
Marvin is bloody.
So, Vorti, I want you to roll me. Roll me 1d20 first of all.
You're gonna 13.
And therefore, I want you to roll me 2d14.
D14. Okay, holy shit! You're hitting me with the custom dice.
A custom dice, baby.
Wasagi. That is number 13. Ready, number 13. Go ahead.
That is 2 13s in a row.
So, let me see. So give me a moment.
Whoops, that was whispered.
So, kind of, Troy basically, like, taps on another thing and, well, no, rather, like, Troy just kind of says, alright, so, essentially, the message was a bit long-winded, as the director likes to do. But, this is basically what Kaldi has gathered so far. And, he just says, as you know, your locations are Manhattan, USA, Siberia, Russia, Lapu-Lapu in the Philippines, and Land's End in Cornwall. They've figured out that the 2 masters each are located in the first 3 locations, and the 4th one is where they're expecting a ruler class servant to show up. Also, we've been given special clearance to enter Director Animasphere's chambers in Clock Tower. I would advise, especially you, Jay, that you head over to Clock Tower, use their library, find out some more stuff, and I think they probably have some ways to help you reinforce your relationships, I suppose, your bond with your servant, and make them a bit more powerful. But that's just my advice, personally. We've also gotten 2 new pieces of information. In Lapu-Lapu, Philippines, we figured out that one of the summoned servants is a berserker. And in Manhattan, USA, we figured out the identity of one of the masters. Let me pull up her file real quick. And you see, kind of like still fuzzy through a hologram, a lady, long, dense, fluffy hair, dressed in a suit, tie, and a very spiffy looking fedora. Jay, this looks like she looks like a gangster to you, like not even a gang, like a mobster. And it says, "This is Alicia Cascata, part of the Cascata family. They used to be a mage family, but she doesn't have any magecraft. They started off as a offshoot from Clock Tower when they came to the US, but they essentially set up their own mob there and have been profiting ever since. Not sure why she's part of the Holy Grail War, but my best guess, probably money." I'm gonna give you this mission briefing. It will update the more you find out.
Ivan is actually going to quickly tell Troy about what they learned and about about that master, or from the people who they from the guy who they interrogated, and he's going to say, is it possible for Chaldea to do a little bit of research on them as well?
I think so
Which
too.
one are you asking?
Doesn't exist.
asking Troy this, he like basically informs him about like the info that they learned from the guy, not specifically about like the master's name, and like the family. That's it.
It says, right, Von Dietrich. Alright, I'll tell them to look into that. Is there any other information that you learned?
I believe that's about it on my end. I do have a few calls to make, however. So do you mind waiting a little bit before we take off?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I was still refueling everything. It's not a problem. Kind of like he sees Kleos and says, "Oh, and pleasure to meet you, Berserker. My master tells me to go by Kleos, so it's a pleasure to meet you as well." Troy kind of looks a bit confused and looks over to you, Marvin, and says, so that's Berserker, huh?
You see Marvin just smiling, laughing softly to himself. I don't know what he is at the moment. He's very strong. Stronger than most berserkers, but let's just say I have calmed his rage.
Well, nice work calming there. You look like you could use some rest.
Oh yeah, he almost killed me once. Then a caster almost killed me. Well, a mage almost killed me once. And now I'm here.
Well, huh.
But if you could get a message to... God, I forgot the name of the place. Who do we work for again?
Chaldea.
Aldea.
To Katya. Say them that doing this was worth every bit of resource.
Well, I'll let them know that you were satisfied with the conclusion. Okay. Well, I'll let you all handle, sort yourselves out, and tell me when you're ready to set off. Do you guys figured out the destination yet?
Yes. Land's End, Cornwall, in the UK.
Right.
Actually, should we stop exactly at Land's End, or should we stop at Bristol first to the clock tower, then Bristol first before we make our way over?
You know what? Do we have any information on how much damage they have done already?
As far as we can tell, nothing yet. I don't think they've started. I think they're getting ready for something.
Then we still have time to greatly gather information. So yes, the clock tower would be smaller. Good notice.
Right. You mentioned Bristol. I can get you to a Bristol airport. Could stop by Heathrow
Yes,
if you want, but that's probably closer to Clock Tower. But if Bristol's where you want, I can do that.
Bristol's where my manor is. My butler should be able to drive us from there.
Archer, Archer does kind of say, telepathically, Master, if it would not be too inconvenient, I believe I could also take the wheel.
That would be nice. He responds through the mental link. He then just goes, I do have a cousin to call. Don't want to leave too much of a mess here. He just scrolls through his phone, through a shit ton of contacts, which is very weird. But he calls the Krov situated in Greece.
Okay. So, before everyone does stuff, I have to go. Real quick. I'll be back.
Okay.
Oh, rest in peace.
I mean, in that case. Well, no, we'll wait.
I mean, I can just pause the recording real quick. Shit. Alright, there we go.
Yes, I was at 19.
Yeah. So actually, roll that because you are also able to heal Ryder up. If you can, if you have any healing left.
Wait, me or
You, yeah.
how many times do I have to?
So roll it again.
Okay.
Next. Next.
Precisely.
Press.
That
Oh
was
my god.
precise HP I
the
needed.
precise amount of HP you need. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me it another time.
Okay.
Next.
I mean, maybe it's also handy to heal Jay up a bit.
Next. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give me 2 more. 3 and 4. Okay, and then Ryder will take the rest. So plus 5. All right.
I've before you go off. Before you go off, Marvin would say to everyone, "Alright, guys, gather around. It's time I learned you about something."
What do you want?
You guys were confused, right? Why Leos looks different now?
I mean,
At least I presume you guys were.
I mean,
so you do know what's going on?
I do know a bit. Not everything completely. And I'm willing to share that bit with you guys.
I mean, you better.
Calm down, calm down. We're not enemies. Yet.
What do you mean by yet?
It's a joke. Just laugh it off.
Ivan still looks concerned.
Back at Calderoya, you summoned a saber Katya, and Ivan, you summoned an archer. Those were the 2 classes I had in mind. Seeing that both classes were taken, I wanted to take the next best thing, Berserker. But because I did some research on all the Grill Wars and etc, etc, I know Berserkers can be a bit out of hand from time to time. And I found a way to still calm them down after they got the madness enhancement.
Ivan's about to say something, and then he decides not to.
The downside, and this is the biggest reason why people normally don't do it and shouldn't do it, it takes up 2 command spells. Besides that, most servants actually are getting helped by the madness enhancement. I just know Kleos is better off without it. Whether his rage is gone or suppressed, whether it can be accessed or not, what his class is at the moment, I don't know. But I know that he is better off because of it. And that's the reason why I did it.
So
Okay, sounds simple enough.
you cheated. Leave this kind of reason ever.
Yes, but it costed it was with a high cost on it. Of course, you can cheat 3 times as well. But I should only recommend you to do it twice. For obvious reasons, when your third spell is gone, so is the link between you and yourself.
As you say that, Kleos kind of Kleos kind of says, Master, if you have helped clear my mind. If you were to lose the use of your third command spell, you have my word as a hero that I would still stand by your side.
I appreciate that, Kleos. But I'd rather not use command spells unless absolutely necessary.
Understood. And Ivan, you kind of like, take a phone call. Kind of like, you just kind of hear, like a man from the phone. What's it called? Yeah, so like it rings for a bit and says, Anatoly Krov speaking.
Ivan Sylvanus. Hi.
Hello. What is it that you?
I'm currently in Athens. I know you're a little ways away, but I just wanted you to know that there was a little bit of a situation with I was wondering, and I'm not able to stay here to help clear things up. I was wondering if I could ask you a favor.
Favor. Do you just want us to clean up, or?
Yes, just sort of diffuse the situation. And the cops here have had a little bit of a run-in with law enforcement, and we can't stay here for too much longer. But they actually wanted us to go to the station.
It'll take a bit of time, but we'll try our best. And if not, we'll try to get a church to handle it.
Thank you.
Anything for a family member.
He just like whispers like something into the phone, which give me a second. I need to fucking let me see.
Good question. What happens when you cast fly instead of like a moving airplane? What? Because your flying speed is only 60 feet.
Or just a moving vehicle in general.
Yeah, actually.
I'm sure you still carry the momentum that you had.
I mean, I guess because the flying is kind of like levitation in 5e, which I would say that like, as long as you don't actually fly, you won't like slam into the fucking back of the airplane. Like you probably wouldn't like die or anything, but like you'd probably be just forced to the back of it.
Okay.
You won't be
But
shot
yeah.
out, jettisoned into the fucking into the fucking airspace.
Yeah, the momentum won't like kill you, because I think in general spells tend to have safeguards. But yeah, so Ivan, you know, he says.
Movable rod, though.
he says that motto back to you, and yeah, so you've managed to help figure out the cleanup.
Now he's going to call somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
We've discussed this prior to the session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of the phone rings for a bit, and actually no one picks up. But this is important, so you call again. You've like it's just like you've reached Gian Antonio de Luca Sartorelli. What is it you wish? What is it you want?
Antonio.
Hmm?
He just says he's just very tiredly just says, Mr. Antonio. Oh, why was it that you recommended me for this?
Are you
You
disappointed with the job that I've given you?
not exactly, just wondering why exactly you felt that I was needed here rather than in doing something else. He just looks back at the crew, the crew just trying to be very careful with his wording.
Well, I will say that it was for an ulterior motive. Chaldea is reluctant to work with the church. Now that I've heard that there's only 5 of you instead of 7, they might have to turn to us anyways. But to ensure that we had a man on the inside, I recommended you for it. And that's not all. We have been tracking that woman for a while. Have we not? But
yes, we both know that we can't take her on.
Indeed. But lately, she's disappeared. But seems to have... Well, we can't be certain it's her for sure, but it has her MO written all over it. Somewhere in the Philippines.
He just immediately, his eyes widen, just goes, he just looks down, just says, are there have there been sightings? Apostles there? Any... He just immediately just goes, any chimeras?
The Philippines is rife with strange experimentation. Dead apostles are usually not sighted there. The church has a very strong presence there after all. But there have been sightings on the dead apostle that the Filipino church has not been able to take out, who has managed to escape. This isn't one of their dead apostles. This dead apostle must have come from somewhere else, and I have my suspicions that this must coincide with her disappearance.
He grits his teeth for a bit and just goes,
Again, I am not sure if it's even her, but it would be an awful coincidence.
if it is her, then we've got far more of an issue than we originally thought.
Indeed. We don't, hopefully, with any luck, she's just a spectator, an overseer, maybe an assistant. But we cannot discount the possibility that she might be a master.
Ivan just like it just goes. God damn it. What? How? You know that even the both of us working together would probably be no match for them. Why did you think that? I know we were tracking her down, but that was. You're basically sending me in on my own.
No, I am not. You have a servant, do you not?
Yes, but
Not only that,
he just
you have
pauses.
not only that, you have 4 other mages with you, as well as 4 other servants. I've heard the rumors that you have some very powerful divinity within your ranks.
Hopefully it's enough.
We cannot underestimate her. But we must not overestimate her either. In the end, she is still a dead apostle. And we know that they can be killed.
Okay. I'll try and update you whenever I can.
And I will update you whenever I can. If you make it to the Philippines, I will try my best to be there for you. Right now, I'm
If she...
out on a hunt. So now was kind of a bad time, but if you were calling...
I'm sorry.
If you were calling, it was probably something important.
Ivan's just gonna say, if she doesn't happen to be in the Philippines, and she is in fact somewhere else, can I at least request that you will at least be there?
If fate permits it, I will.
Thank you, Mr. Anatoly.
And he just hangs up.
Wait, no, Antonio, sorry, my
Yeah.
brain is fucking shitting itself. My brain can't brain today. Antonio, he says, not Anatoly. Fucking brain shit don't work.
You can't tell if he hung up because you were done, or if he hung up because you mispronounced his name again.
I'm not saying he would have. Ivan would
No,
have
I
said
think it
Antonio.
would be funnier.
It would be funny. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. Ivan just like face palms, just like, oh god. He just like sits down, goes, well, that was something.
You know, mate, every time I see you hang up that phone, you look the worse for wear. Who are you even calling out to?
He considers what he's gonna say for the moment. Okay, out of character. Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Ivan would think that that Antonio would be okay with him at least revealing who he was talking to?
I think Antonio would have trust in you to, reveal that sort of thing. Like, he'd be okay with revealing it to people who, like your fellow masters who are clearly, powerful and going to be with you the entire trip. So might as well rip the band-aid off.
He just sighs and just goes, who I just ended the call with was G. Antonio De Luca Sartorelli.
Bless you.
He just turns and just says, an executor of the church.
Oh.
Do
My
I
condolences.
know the
Go ahead.
Jericho?
Huh?
Yeah.
Who?
What do you say?
Do I know the name?
Roll me a religion with disadvantage.
Would I know?
You, Katya, can roll me a religion without disadvantage. Straight roll.
I don't think Liam was thought about the about the church, so I'm not even gonna bother.
So, Gian Antonio De Luca Sartorelli. Marvin, you don't know. At the very least, that's not an important name. Then they don't belong to a family or anything. Katya, you know that he taught a class when he was passing through. He's a church executor. He was on a job. He was on a job, and in exchange for the services of your normal tutor, he agreed to teach the class a few things about about the combat arts that he deals with, like practical stuff. Like, his class was less about combat, more about how to deal with dead apostles, which didn't really catch your interest. Well, yeah, I mean, it might have caught your interest a bit, but it also just, none of it was practical, so you just kind of felt like you wasted a day there. But
Just a theory class.
yeah, but he did seem to know his stuff. He seemed to be a very seasoned dead apostle hunter.
Alright.
I'm gonna post them for everyone to see. Here he is. Gian Antonio De Luca Sartorelli.
With a name like
Wow.
that, I imagine he'll look older. What's the co-
We should probably avoid the Philippines, or at least save it for last.
We should probably avoid the Philippines.
He
grew up
just
in the
Ivan's just looks very tired with his hand, his face in his hand.
Any particular reason as to that, mate?
Sightings of dead apostles and one very, very there's also concerns that there could also be something else there that you just see that he's actually visibly shaking. There could be something else there that's out of... He's just frozen in just shock at this point. You can see that there's you can see that something about whatever this is that he mentioned is rattling him.
Listen, you could just share with the class what's there. You have 4 people with you, 5 servants. Whatever it is, I think we can handle it. But the more
Jericho,
info we
what-
have, the stronger we can
Jericho,
be.
What exactly would you pick up? What are in terms of out of character asking you?
Yeah.
What would you think? What would you think is an apt word to describe the kind of dead apostle this character is? Because because it's a fate timeline. There's no ancestor.
Yeah, they're not like they're definitely not an ancestor, because that doesn't exist in this universe. That being said, I guess you would describe them as a very, very ambitious rank 5 dead apostle.
He would say that.
Yeah, and like you would inform them that like normally dead apostles are part and parcel. They're vampires. They suck blood, burn in the sunlight, have regeneration, super speed, super strength. Some dead apostles, if they live long enough, can self-modify and gain special abilities that normal dead apostles don't. Essentially a sort of like twisted biological magecraft. So there's basically a dead apostle with special powers.
With extra steps.
Yeah, you here?
He's not here to see us bully
Because-
Katya.
No, I haven't seen him typing in a while, and I know his character has something against vampires. So,
No, he's just scared of them.
hey,
Yeah.
you here to hear this?
Doesn't seem like he's there. I'm going to say that he's like conked out, but
He had vampires and he passed out.
yeah.
Or maybe Troy's teaching him how to fucking, fly the the jet.
He doesn't trust Troy. He thinks that Troy's a fucking dead apostle.
You know, I don't trust Troy either, but let's go.
But yeah.
What's it called? I mean, hey. I guess Leon, upon being told like, rank 5 apostle, stuff like that, he's just gonna raise an eyebrow, and he's gonna be like, I'm not sure what that means, but I suppose that if you think that this is a threat that we're not ready to, destroy or face on, I'll take your word for it. For now.
You just see, he just actually, slams a hand on the table. Oh, no, we are not ready. You just see, he's shaking very, very hard. He is. There is fear in his eyes. There's.
Right? Go ahead.
Is this apostle, God, English hard. Is this apostle stronger than, for example, Chaos?
I hardly think
I'm-
I'm possible, Master, but
I'm not sure, but apostles are. Apostles are very. Apostles can be unpredictable. They can range from being so weak that they can range from being very weak to basically being able to fight off a country's worth of people. There's a reason why the Holy Church hunts them before they can get that far.
So shouldn't we clear this threat before it gets stronger?
It's already powerful, Marvin. Wait, no, he would say Mr. McRemitz.
yeah.
This thing has probably been alive for hundreds of years.
That sucks.
I imagine one gets really bored after a certain amount of years.
Yeah, for real. Who want to live that long?
I guess there's some insane people out there. who
I
just
can
want to see
assure
the
you.
world
I
burn
can
out.
assure you. I can assure you. They have ways of dealing with their boredom.
I would imagine so. I mean, you have to come up with something like that, besides killing and eating people. But hold on, I got distracted there for the conversation in text. What's it called? He's gonna look over in Ivan and say, Ivan, stop typing too loud in your phone. What's it called? He's gonna say, okay, well, obviously, besides Jay over there, I'm probably the one that knows the least about the more intricate matters of all of this stuff. So I'll trust your judgment, Mr. I do blood magecraft, when it comes to, well, dead apostles. You prove yourself to be adequate enough in the battles that we've had, so for now I'll take your word on this, and we'll, if you believe that we shouldn't go after the big vampire, then we probably shouldn't go after the big vampire. At least not yet. But when our servants become stronger, when we get stronger, I see no issue in ridding the word of this bastard once and for all.
I wouldn't call that woman a bastard, but I wouldn't call her anything short of a monster.
Well, monster, thing, whatever term you use to describe this person, if they are going to be, well, not just getting in our way, but treating people's lives like livestock, to put it one way, well, I can tell you myself that I don't particularly think that type of being should, still be around. So, when the time is right, we'll get them, and, well, what can I say? We'll put them 6 feet under, but they're already technically dead. We'll just make sure they won't be able to do anything ever again.
I hope you're right. He just very much seems he's definitely traumatized by this. It is actually like visibly shaken him.
Leon is just gonna kinda like raise an eyebrow and just turns, by the time he turns around to try and face like either Marvin or Katya or Jay or Troy, he realizes what's happening in the seat across from him, and kinda just shrugs, and he's like, well, that's a start. And then he looks over back at Marvin, and he's like, I know you are very, very tough. Tough enough to be thrown around like a boomerang and still survive by the hands of your own servant. But, well, do you have any experience hunting down these dead apostles?
Would I?
What's it called? In all likelihood, probably not. Dead apostles are kind of they definitely do exist in the UK. They are kind of everywhere, but dead apostles in the UK tend to keep to themselves, because if they keep to themselves, then the church doesn't kill them. And the church has a very big presence in the UK. But yeah, as an enforcer, you would never really be called to base one of these guys.
Yeah. Marvin would say. Though, not really something I have been sent after. The other apostles are in the UK just keeping to themselves. So most of the time the church doesn't hunt them or send other people after them. I was more hired for, let's say, the trash side of mages. And to clean up a bit.
Okay, so no specific experience in that regard. I'm not even going to ask Jay over there, considering. Looks over at Katya, but like realizes, just like putting in, like getting ready to rest, I guess. So maybe ask her some other time. And then he'll just look back at Ivan and say, "And as for me, well, no experience hunting any form of apostle, vampire, nightwalker, whatever you call them over there. Is mostly fresh-faced in that particular aspect."
That's fine.
Well, well, I suppose we're not even heading directly to the Philippines at the moment. We're going back to the UK. What's the he doesn't even say it in like, "Oh man, fuck English people" or anything like that. Wait, he says like,
yeah, but fuck English people. Bro.
like the tone of voice. You're gonna get me cancelled because of racist comments like this, Jericho.
To the UK derogatory.
The UK derogatory. It's more like a, oh man, like. This is gonna be a bit rough, I guess. Like, it's not even like a, oh man, fuck you. It's more like, oh man, I'm gonna have to use a lot of my energy, I guess, for this.
Saber,
Go ahead.
like Saber just kind of like says, when we get to Land's End, well, that is where I hail from. I have no doubt that the architecture and the landscape has changed significantly since I was alive, but when it comes to looking for things and looking around, I should be of help, though I believe that Cleos and I need to buy a change of clothes first.
Question about that for a moment, outside of character. Did or did we not end up buying clothes? Okay.
Yeah, the stores were closed.
So none of us have changed clothes, right?
No.
I don't know what you're talking about. Fucking Leon always
no,
has
no.
double clothes. Oh, you mean for the
Okay,
service?
quick
Okay.
question.
But no, well, I don't have different clothes than my cosplay at the moment, so that's fun.
You have the clothes that you have the clothes that you've packed with you, and for most people, it's probably you've packed with a few clothes, but
Yeah.
you probably wouldn't have, Marvin.
I do
What do
own a
you
blue hoodie.
mean? Wait, time out. What do you mean? What's that
Barbarian.
supposed to mean?
I don't know. You don't strike me as the type of guy who has a lot of clothes.
Well,
The cat,
maybe,
the collar.
but
Can I even just
Oh wait, hold on, Bard.
is he back?
Bardino there?
I don't know why I heard Bard's voice. Anyway. But yeah.
Can I even just quickly like access like the mystic code that they use to like access like the shop or whatever the fuck it's called? Whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, you bring up the Mystic Code workshop.
I don't want to buy mystic codes. I want to buy clothes.
I
So,
don't think that's an option. Go.
so how it works is you send in the order, and then they get it to you. It's not like a open like Skype call or anything.
Actually,
Is there an option for clothing?
There's a cloak of protection.
Ivan's not buying that.
Boots of Longstrider.
Not buying that either. Yeah, no. Ivan just looks through. It's just like, I don't think. You know what?
You can try to call them on the communication mystic code.
Ivan just like realizes something real fast, and he just goes, "We are stopping at Bristol first, right?"
That's the plan.
Ivan just like quickly pulls out his phone and just calls Elias.
You kind of like, "Brr, brr," and then picking up. Ivan.
Hey,
Yes.
I'll be back at the manor in about. Wait, how long does it take to fly from Greece to there, and then go through like immigration and all the shit?
Athens to Bristol is 3? No, wait. What do you mean 3 hours? That's ridiculous. Hold on. Let me see how long it actually takes.
About 4 or 5?
Yeah, 4 or 5 sounds about right to me.
My flight from Poland to
yeah,
the UK is normally 2-3 hours.
Okay, so a non-stop flight from Athens to Bristol is 4 hours.
Ivan just said, roughly. He just checks his watch. He just like checks like not his watch. He checks like the phone time. Wait, who did we lose?
Yay.
He's dead. Bart. Ivan just like about 4 or 5 hours. We should be there. Is it possible for you to get some normal civilian clothing? Wait. He just like looks up at everybody. He's just like, do you guys happen to have your clothing sizes? I have somebody here who could probably get us some clothing when we arrive.
No.
I don't respond. Probably won't unless you directly call out my name.
Just enjoying the seat.
I will probably explode if you call my name.
Ivan just says, okay, Elias, just, do you mind just preparing some clothing? There's a person here who's roughly my size that you should be able to, could you get some clothing for them? He's just a little bit of a wreck right now.
Kind of says, sure. Ivan, are you okay? I know you've been sent off on your mission, but is everything all right?
There's a chance that we could encounter her.
Oh, I see. Well, I should be able to get those clothes ready for you. 4 hours. I believe that won't be an issue.
Could you also pick us up from the airport?
Of course. Right away.
asking a lot of things of this person.
Thank you.
They're both the chauffeur, they're the tailor, they're the shop person.
He's not even asking him to tailor clothes. He's just asking him to go pick some up.
One hell of a butler.
I'm sorry to disturb you for this. This is just... We have to get clothing and then visit the clock tower afterwards.
It is no problem, Ivan. If I wasn't able to do this, then your parents wouldn't have kept me as your butler.
I'm sorry.
Everything will be ready. Do not worry. Leave everything to me.
Thank you very much, Elias. have you called Elaine, by the way?
Yes, yes. I've been given the brief of the situation from her point of view. I picked her up from the airport a few hours ago, actually. She's been in her room for a while, but I believe that she's planning to head out. So you might not see her at the mansion when you get here, but with any luck, she'll be back.
Are you sure she isn't just playing Call of Duty right now?
Oh, most likely, sir.
Yeah, makes sense. Alrighty then. Thank you, Elias. See you in a few hours.
But yeah.
He just collapses back at the seat. He just looks spent. He's had to talk to people a few times throughout the day. Sometimes even masking up and having to. He's just spent. He wasn't even injured in the fight. He's more spent from the interaction than he is from actually nearly dying multiple times.
Yeah. So, there was a thing I did want to do with Bard, though. Seems to, the internet seems to be shitting. Oh, he's there. Okay,
He's
cool.
here.
Well, I don't see you on the fucking player list for some
shit,
reason.
actually, me neither.
No, this has been happening for like a month, honestly, but it's fine.
You
Oh yeah?
see him?
But yeah, so Jay, you get a call from an unknown number.
Your phone.
The music changed. Something's about to happen.
You don't answer.
Scammer.
That's a
This is
DG.
call center.
Yeah, no, they call again, and honestly, I can imagine that you also just don't answer even then, because you know what? It's fucking spam callers. But this person seems to be insistent that they're calling. Do private jets need to have flight mode on them?
I don't think so.
Mm,
All you need to, because hilariously
up.
enough,
I'll look it
using
up.
your phone doesn't fuck with the radio.
Yeah, I know, Wendy. I just started thinking. But yeah, they do call again, Jay.
Speak, Bardman, speak.
Did he die?
I think so.
Did we lose him?
He just refuses to answer.
Guess we're going.
I killed him with my joke.
Alright, you gotta stop doing that.
He's typing.
He's back. Hello, are you okay?
He's dead. He's back. What?
I mean, are you back?
On again? Oh no, I think he's. We've lost him. He's back. Nobody move. You might scare. Fuck.
Type.
Down.
But yeah, I mean, can you like is your connection stable enough? Because I was planning to do like a role play thing with you, but we can just do that next session. It's not too bad of a thing. Hmm. Okay. So what's it called? So yeah, like you eventually do pick up the the file because you pick up the phone and just Private Smith, you've caused a bit of a ruckus in Greece, I hear.
Uh-oh. Commanding officer.
I would have found it really funny if you made a spam call. Oh, this build-up.
Oh, Private Smith, you do not know me. I know you. Essentially, I suppose you can call me a superior officer. Though, I would prefer not to be called that. I suppose introductions are in order. However, if we are going to be working together... my name is Sieber. Rodrigo Sieber. I am with the modern militia for Magecraft. I am with the modern militia of Magecraft. And, I have, been informed that, first of all, your unit is dead. Second of all, you have been roped into a little mission. And third of all, you're not doing a very good job keeping a low profile. Private Smith, if you are still there, I would appreciate an answer.
Damn. Well, that's the answer. Looks to suck. Says CJ.
Whoops. Can you imagine you're a commanding officer berating your like someone under you, and they just say, "Well." Did I do that?
Did I fucking... I'll be upset. I'll be upset. Respectfully most sensitive.
Yes. I am aware that you naturally wouldn't have been briefed on how to deal with this sort of situation. That's why I'm here. I have been assigned as your advisor. Now that you're familiar with the Magecraft world somewhat, the army has two options. One option is to monitor you closely and assign you a supervisor. The other option, well, you know the other option. But let's not think about that. Don't worry, we're not going to Men in Black you. But, on the contrary, we're going to provide you with as much information and help as possible. In fact, you should be receiving your first gift from me. Right about now. As the hangar doors have been closed for a bit. Well, not a hangar door, like just like the plane doors. But you hear like a bang on it, and Troy just what's it called? Cleos is ready to go into combat. Troy kind of like looks through the door and says, "Wait, what was that? None of you pulling a prank on me, right?"
Leon is kind of like he was in the middle of kind of like I guess checking the glove/gauntlet that he uses to channel his magecraft, and he looks around, and looks back at Marvin and is like, "Actually, hold on to that drink, mate." And he just kind of you see him kind of adjust it a little bit more in his arm to kind of get ready just in case something happens.
And so you kind of hear on the phone, Jay, "I would answer that door if I were you. It's got something special."
Gets a box, opens the box.
A
You're
loot box.
fired.
Depressurizes an entire cabin.
Oh shit. Care
Yeah.
package. Go.
Cabin opens box. Pipe bomb.
So Jay,
Um,
you open up. There's a guy, innocent looking courier. Says here, delivery for Smith. Hands it to you, leaves. You close the door. Everyone breathes a sigh of relief that there's no enemies. Everyone returns back to normal.
You don't know, Marvin is getting
I-
ready for a bomb.
Yeah. But Jay, you are handed a duffel bag. And you open it. What's in the what is this delivery? What is this delivery?
Pipe bombs.
You open it up. There's nothing in it. You think you might have been given a duffel bag.
I mean, that might actually be, I guess, for now, their basic. It's one of those, like, fucking, Homeland Defense fucking duffel bags, the ones that are, like, wide as shit.
Yeah, it's really fucking big. But, says, Sieber kind of, like, says over the, phone, "Well, you should have gotten the bag. That's the duffel bag of requisition, something I whipped up. You just need to call in a number of mundane items, and I should be able to deliver them to you. It's requisition, though, so you better put them back in the bag after you're done with them, or pay the money."
They straight up have magic in their front lines. Actually, that does sound like it borders on teleportation. How the fuck are they pulling this? Is there a true mage in the U.S. Army ranks?
Honestly, what it probably is just imaginary number space fuckery.
Probably.
Yeah.
There's just a 3D printer inside.
But,
Sea burn.
Kinda says, alright, I guess you're a bit of a joker, Smitty. Listen. You probably don't want me breathing down your neck, and I don't want paperwork to deal with your reckless whatever it is you tend to be doing. So, look, let's cut a deal. You stayed out of trouble, and you ask me for help whenever you're out of your depth. In return, I keep giving you support, and nobody has to do any extra paperwork. Does that sound good to you, Smith?
Is there apple juice on the plane?
I'd say there's like some juice, yeah, actually.
Marvin would get him some apple juice. And
Wow.
goes to Clears, and it's like, this is a soft drink. And hands it over to Clears.
Pulling my
Wait,
leg.
Cleos goes over.
Or to Leon, I mean.
Yeah.
I don't have the solid report on this.
Kinda
Leon just gonna
says,
take a drink.
Alright, Jay, you'll... Alright, Smith. Don't worry, you are getting your hazard pay, and the reports, unfortunately lie to me. So I'm handling that on this front. So, show me you're grateful and stay out of trouble, okay? And also report back regularly. I am still your supervisor, after all.
Yes.
Right.
Sir.
At ease. And, we'll hang up. Unless you were typing something to him.
Ivan in Ivan is not gonna respond. Instead, he just reaches into his pocket.
Pulls
You
out
see-
Rob.
He still seems like very shaken.
Before Clears does anything, Marvin looks at him. Clears, what's your plan?
I'm just getting ready to drink, sir.
Why are you shaking it?
Aren't drinks supposed to be shaken before they are drunk?
Not that
Not those
drink.
ones.
Especially not that drink.
What happens?
Marvin puts out his hand of like, hey, can you give it to me?
Marvin's just treating the fucking can of Coca-Cola like a pipe bomb.
Yeah, kind of like stares at you for a bit and just like slowly hands it to you. Very well, master.
Follow me a bit to the door. Opens the door and just smashes it to the ground.
It's fucking.
And, you know,
Where do you
littering.
smash it?
You know, littering is illegal in Greece, right?
Like, away here.
Oh, right.
Ivan sees that and has one of the bloodhounds go and pick up the can.
Someone's
Just
gonna have to clean that
and
up.
he only picks up the can because like what the fuck is he supposed to do with the fluid that's already like spilling out? He moves it over to like a nearby trash can to let like all the remaining coke like drip out, and then like the bloodhound brings it back in and then,
I mean, there's just
throws it into the trash.
yeah. So you just like throw it away. Cleo says, "I see." So the engineering of this age has created drinks that are able to be loaded as explosive armament?
No. they're full of what is the English word for it?
It's like carbon.
Carbonic acid.
Yeah, carbon. Yeah, yeah.
Come on, exit. Basically, the more pressure you put on it, the harder it explodes. He gets a can, he opens it, just drink it like this. It may fizzle a bit in your mouth.
I see. And he like takes like a sip, and you see his eyes go fucking wide, like, oh my god, what is this? Master, it's like it's attacking my mouth.
I know.
Takes another sip.
Great,
It's
isn't
like
it?
it's attacking my mouth in a good way.
I suppose a challenging drink for a great hero. I apologize for getting overexcited, Master.
Don't worry. Glad you can express yourself.
And so yeah. Troy tells everyone, okay, everyone, seatbelts. And as Katya sleeps on Saber's shoulder, as Kleos struggles to put the seatbelt on and instead just like ends up, you know what? I can take it. As everyone settles down, the plane takes off and is flying off towards Bristol Airport. And that is where we will end this session. I hope that people enjoyed. Also, you all level up.
Hey,
It was
nice.
It was surprisingly chill, considering that we were in the middle of a combat encounter when we last left off. What's it called?
Yeah, Marvin got thrown.
Marvin got throned. Time to see if I roll good on my HP. I do not roll good on my HP.
Honestly, Jericho, that could be a great attack. Just tossing me straight to the enemy master, dealing damage, and me just going wild on them.
Yeah, honestly, it would be pretty good. I've already leveled up your servants for you, and
I noticed.
yeah, so you've
Alright.
all you did it. You've summoned your final servant, and now you're off to check out the ruler class server, try to get them onto your side.
Our greatest challenge yet. The UK.
The UK.
Derogatory. What's it called?
I think it speaks volumes that, people have been talking, like Ivan and Leon have been talking about, like, the UK and their experiences, but Katya has said absolutely nothing about it the entire time and refuses to acknowledge it, because what a bad country.
You're gonna get me
like
cancelled.
it.
What
What do you mean?
What's it called?
Listen, I live in Britain. Everyone in Britain knows this is a bad country.
Like
I mean,
Scotland.
Ivan
the
needs more
comparison I
Capri
have here is
Sun.
Poland, so
Like, also, we're still keeping the, if you roll below average, you get the average field, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Alright.
Yeah. If you roll
so
if you roll below
7.
average HP, you take average.
Yeah.
I need to
And-
check something important about my my subclasses. I think they get everything. They get something at every level. Well, not every level, but like they get something every time they level up. I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can just
might-
change my fucking cantrip. Okay.
Okay. But yeah, so I hope people enjoyed this session.
I very much did.
I will be
Um,
right back and then talk about what I thought of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. But
I have.
before we start discussing that, before we stop the after game talks, I am going to say to the viewers, thank you for watching. It's been a fun ride so far, so please stay tuned if you want to see more stuff here. I have been your gracious DM, and this will maybe go up on Vorti's channel. He's recording it on his phone, so the recording might be a bit scuffed, but you know what? That's fine.
I record
So
I record like
go
half
on,
the session on my phone and the other half on my computer. I'll probably try to. I don't think I can actually use any of the footage of the phone, to be completely honest.
yeah.
You can probably like screen cap segments of it and then copy paste them all together to do like a recap.
Yeah,
of
do like a
what
little
I
summary
could-
of it, I
yeah.
guess.
what I could record on the,
oh yeah,
computer.
Yeah, so, no, not yet, Nathan. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Special thank you, as always, to Nat19 and Logan Laidlaw and the team over there for creating the basis of this entire campaign. Thank you for watching. Thank everyone here for playing. In my descriptions, there are links to check out some of our players' stuff, Nathan's fanfiction, as well as
I was about
Katya's
to ask if I could
really,
plug
really
that.
good art. So
I was about to plug that.
yeah, no, in the descriptions, I've always, every single one of my descriptions have plugged Nathan's fanfic and Katya's art Twitter. Every single one.
What?
I'm famous.
Yeah, Katya's more famous than me. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching, and we will see you next episode. Bye bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.